Now let it go. Just let it go. Attaboy. Good boy, Jakey.
Why did you put a balloon out there?
Switching, huh?
Let's turn it right.
Slowed down though, didn't it?
So Jim, how long have you been ballooning?
Ballooning since 75.
75?
As a crew person. In 88 I got my private license. 89 I got my commercial license.
So here we are in Indianola, Iowa, and Josiah apparently set up an excursion in a hot air balloon because Indianola, Iowa is the hot air balloon capital of the world and has the hot air balloon museum, which I thought was super fun. But he also set up a side trip to go up in a hot air balloon, and I'm not a huge fan of heights, and to be perfectly honest, it sounds horrible.
Feel nervous, Daryl?
Tyler was up.
Yep.
Just fine.
Then why isn't my mom going?
Someone has to film from the ground. That's why I'm not
It's
going.
very true.
I'd be really good at that job.
I like buying cars. Everybody's got their favorite thing on a car, why they have this particular car.
Yeah.
They like this. I like this burner.
The burner.
So each of these is about 18 million BTU.
There's a lot of heat there. But the good thing about this burner
Is it can be pivoted with both ends.
So here's a fun fact. This is where they're putting the roll bar on the wicker basket that 4 grown men are going to stand on hundreds of feet in the air. And you heard right, ladies and gentlemen, in a wicker basket. So it's kind of like standing on your grandma's rocking chair in a cloud. For some reason, these people think this is a good idea.
Just enjoy the heck out of it. It's kind of like the opposite of claustrophobic. I mean, I am claustrophobic, but it's so freeing and so comfortable up in that open basket with there's no windows. You know, you're up flying, and you know how high you want to go. Well, we go higher if we want or not. So it's a real freeing experience. I think makes me feel good. Nights like tonight, you might wish for more wind, but it's still just a gorgeous night and one not to waste.
I'm here to say that if you take the longest way, you might decide that eventually it's just fine making scenes and taking postcards in between. It's quite the day when you can take the longest way. Old dirty car.
Our proximity to these trees doesn't worry you? Okay.
We're not even close.
Well, that's good enough for me.
Where you can touch a tree. I have a piece of the tree.
Like if you're a brontosaurus.
And oddly enough, at this altitude, we changed directions. Now we're going almost west.
We trust this wicker basket we're standing on?
Mama's cooking, gathered around by Daddy's side. All it takes is stopping, looking. All it takes is one long drive.
What are we thinking while we're flying up here?
I think this is great. Something I always would like to have done. And now it worked out. I don't know how this worked out for you guys, but this is wonderful.
It's pretty cool.
LIB, it is.
Rolling south, well, she'll kiss you on the mouth, sweet New Orleans. She's just as easy as she seems, pines to palms. Beware the southern charms. It's quite the day when you can take the longest way. Then head back north for the sake of back and forth, sweet Manitoba. She's cuddly when she's cold, palms to pines. Beware.
Especially don't forget to ever forget that.
To jump what? Oh,
Part of the stick.
got it.
Don't ever forget that.
Right, of the whole thing.
I didn't hear it.
That's the thing you never want to
An empty town is like a girl in grandma's gown, 'cause in their time.
Well, did that meet your expectations, Josiah?
Oh yeah, I'm an old pro at this, so
Aha.
wasn't a big problem.
Not your first balloon ride,
No, not my first balloon.
let alone
rodeo.
your first rodeo. Right, right.
So you survived, buddy. How do you feel?
Yes, I'll admit that I was terrified to go up. But then we kind of got up and we, then you realize that you're high enough that it won't matter if you fall out anyway. So you just kind of let it go, and it was great fun. Had a blast.
Good.
I would do it again. So the Balloon Classic in Indianola is the last week of July.
Last weekend.
Last weekend of July to the first week of August.
Try that again.
Weekend in August. So
Great.
it goes 10 days.
It goes 10
From
days.
Friday to the next Saturday.
Last weekend in July.
Last
first
weekend.
in August.
Last
First weekend.
Last weekend in July, first weekend in August. It goes 10 days. It's the Balloon Classic in Indianola, and you should definitely go and fly because it's super, super fun.
The French were the first ones to fly a hot air balloon. And that was the first method of man flying in anything other than falling. The papermakers built this envelope, and initially we were going to send prisoners up thinking that they were expendable. And these guys that made this balloon said, no, if you're going to send somebody up first, it's going to be us that invented this thing. So we're going first, we're blah, blah, whatever. French guys were going. So they did, had a great flight. And the story is that when they landed, the balloon tipped over and the smoke came out of it, and all the villagers tore up their balloon. So they said, well, that sucked. Next time, let's take some champagne, and we'll say, hey, champagne, and offer that to the villagers as they come in, so that they leave their balloon alone. So that's that, and the excuse to drink alcohol at any chance we get. That's why we have champagne with us when we go out flying. But it is a tip of the hat to those crazy and brave Frenchmen. So it goes like this: we raise our glasses. The winds that welcome you with softness. The sun has blessed you with its warm hands. You've flown so high and so well. The God has joined in your laughter, sent you gently back to the loving arms of Mother Earth.